Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Sullivan asking my latest review on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 4, or Soldier. Alright, this was a good episode. I really enjoyed it because of the dark, the macabre, and the mystique, and of all the episodes. Anyway, let's start. I started off with the opening, and then we get to this main story. How we see the Beast Titan climbing up the walls. As well, the scout leaders tries to defend in the castle from the Titans. It's pretty intense when you think about it. When you see it, it's a pretty good thing. However, this just happened. It goes back like 2 hours later. It actually goes back like 2 hours earlier before like the initial fight. It's kind of like what happened in the last episode. We get to see more detail, but from the perspective of the runaways. Of the rookies and the scouts that are out in the field, while Levi and his group getting ready to rescue them, right? And then after they just hear the word from Pastor Nick, about the secret. What secret? I've already read the manga. I know the details. Now, we get to see things that's going on. And they find out they're in Utgard Castle. It's abandoned place. It also has a lot of food and supplies. It's abandoned. How the guy, I think his name is Gilgard. I think it's time he drank the booze and stuff like that. All about booze. And I'm drinking just. We get to see that the rookies should try to do their best to rest up. For later. Because the Titans. They're not active at night, but they're still wondering how the hell did the Titans attack if there's no breach in the walls. That's still a big mystery to them. I really. But that's Christa. But however, they reassure her that their problem is for tomorrow. We're going to see the Connie. He's still worried about his village. Like things that are going on, like what's happening. How Ymir makes the jokes, like makes fun of him. Say that the Titan reminds him of his mother. And your father's a Titan and all that stuff. One of the things Ymir is good at, she's good at pushing people's buttons. Like she really like tacks on people. I guess that's just to hide herself, to hide how people really feel. The insecurities or whatever. And her only friend is Christa. We get to see that they do have a past together. And this is also part of the story. As they get ready, to try to relax, Connie doesn't like it as Ymir make fun of his family or whatever. We get to see her later going to get some food. Reiner, how they make jokes are like, make some jokes like she saying, Reiner, I didn't know you didn't have any interest in girls, and you don't have any interest in men. Like Reiner replied, that was funny. Like nice banter or whatever. How they look for the food and stuff. But how she says canned herring, like she likes herring, and she passes the can to Reiner. How Reiner says canned food, but when he looks at it, he can't read the language. Like this says herring. Like what is that? Like what does he see? And yet she knows it's herring, and that look that Ymir gave Reiner on his face, like is saying, cursing himself, are you like he just found out something big about her, And this is all a part of the main story, I read the manga, so I can't tell you I can't give you spoilers or stuff like that. But they did a good job with this episode, And just when he's about to confront Ymir, the Titans attack, and the scout leaders, they get ready for battle, they hold their own. How the one guy, Gilgard, complains about the whole drinking thing. You get to see him do it more than once and stuff, Him and Nobunaga, they're the leaders of the group, They go out, they fight, they try to hold them off a little bit best they can, things go pretty well for them. They try to handle the Titans. However, just that things have to look a little bit up and up and trying to make their way out of this. One of the Titans break into the house. They break into the castle. Sorry if I'm getting things wrong. The Titans managed to break in. The door became barricaded. And they give the warnings to watch out that the Titans may be inside. They go to check out the door downstairs. How Reiner, he goes down and check. Why when he opens the door and after he thinks himself that the door won't let them out for long, how the Titan is right there, right in front of him, just seeing it with the torch with that creepy smile. It's kind of like one of those moments from a horror movie, like Like they're in the house, the murderer's trying to catch you and stuff. Now they're cornered at night. One of the things you gotta love about Attack on Titan is this suspense to gore, blood, violence. That's one of the things that make the series great. It's one of those high-end, mature shows that have a lot of qualities and a lot of people like. Right now he does his best to hold it back. But Toad rescues him and stuff. They tried to barricade the door too. They used the cannon and stuff. And the second small Titan goes in, how he lays his bite on Reiner, right on his arm, and the dude just carries that. He just carries the Titan to try to launch him outside the window, and he doesn't do it. But luckily, Ymir and the others, they backed him up and they managed to kick him out the window. That was pretty intense. The fact that he suffered through that pain and got bit right there. And Connie, helping him, using the knife to open his mouth and whatever. That was one of the best moments. They work together. They got to make they're like facing real on head-on danger, and they don't have the right tools. Their options are limited. They're trying to survive this night of living hell right now. You guys have lived this night of the living dead, and you get to see, he the Beast Titan, just being a boss, just was watching as his soldiers and troops just go after and demolish. And just when after they were trying to rest up a little bit, after Ryder got bit, and he made that comment and said like I'm gonna marry her, Christa, the Titans come in swarms, they come in even more than before, and just what they and make things even worse. They're even bigger numbers, like and their gas options are running low. I mentioned gas options because that's for the ODM gear, it gets pretty dark. How the castle is literally falling apart, with the bodies of the Titans just getting left over. Not to mention the Beast Titan destroyed freaking horses or rocks or whatever at the freaking castle. After just literally demolishing it, watching them, literally doing his best to try to kill them all and watch them all die. It's just pretty intense, Like I said, like Night of the Living Dead or whatever horror movie, because they're at dead at night without any backup, with limited weapons, and they're trying to fend off this Titan invasion, and without option, and they just met the Beast Titan, and he's just launching all of his forces just right at them. It's pretty intense when you think about it. But one of the things I gotta note, the person. This episode is pretty good, but things go even crazy. How they slowly die, like one by one, like the members of the scout group, especially that one guy, Utgard, who thought he was saved and goes try to drink the wine and the liquor bottle, he gets killed by the Titan right away. Hey, it's pretty intense, Even Thunder is surrounded by all those Titans, and he gets killed right off the bat too. They get killed the bat, which is pretty sad and a little bit, especially when she started whining about her father. Father, please forgive me. I'll never do anything wrong again. Like showing how desperate they are, how broken they are. But one of the things I gotta know is that Ymir decides to step up, to protect the others, protect Christa, and that she's going to fight them using the knife. One of the things she does that let Christa know is that to never, give up on yourself, like try to move forward. Like Christa is her friend, and she doesn't want her to her to forget that they made a promise to each other a long time ago. They have a history together. What kind of history? I'm not going to spoil it for you until the next episode. I read the manga, and this history will be revealed in the next episode, which is pretty good. I really enjoyed this. And Ymir going straight forward into that barrage of Titans and unleashing her Titan form, it was pretty intense. It's different from the way the manga do it, but then again, this is the anime. The anime, they're going full out trying to show you the best qualities of Attack on Titan. And one of the things I like is that she transforms and jumps off right as it was daybreak. Like there's this new light. And there's this new light. There's this hope. There's a chance they can come out. Even though Christa's asking her to wait, Ymir, and not to do this, she goes straight into danger. Despite all the overwhelming odds against her, her cutting herself, blood on her face, it's pretty intense when you think about it. I really enjoyed how they did it, because it gave us all the suspense, all the violence, and seeing how how Ymir transforms. It's pretty. And seeing how she does it, it's pretty good. It was pretty awesome to see. Oh, and it's better if you watch the episode because my description is just not enough. Because this is dark, gritty action, it's suspenseful, and storytelling. And you will get it when you watch this episode. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed guys watching. The next episode is called Historia. In case for any fans who have never read the manga, Historia is very important to the story. Alright, why? I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed today's watching. This is honestly my latest review on Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 4. See you guys next time.